Hello and welcome everybody. Did you know that when a company passes a resolution or enters into an agreement, they have to file this resolution or agreement with registrar of companies? And within how many days? Did you know this? Let us get into it under section 117, which speaks about resolution and agreements to be filed with the registrar. Before getting into the lecture, as I told you, our target is exemption. So we have to ensure that we get at least 60 marks. And as I communicated in my earlier lecture, all of you are going to comment in my comment box as to whether you require any help from my side or you're getting stuck into any kind of topic or you are finding some practical difficulties in understanding law. Without wasting any more time, let's get started with section 117, resolution and agreements to be filed. It's a very simple topic. Section 117, subsection 1, subsection 2, and subsection 3 takes care of this particular section. Subsection 1 speaks about that a copy of every resolution passed, and any agreement entered into in matters specified under section 117 subsection 3. Any agreement or any resolution that is passed which has been in matters that have been specified under section 1173 subsection 3, then the same has to be filed with the ROC. But along with the copy of the resolution and every agreement that has been entered into in that particular matter, you will also have to file if you have annexed with the notice an explanatory statement under section 102. We have already covered section 102 in detail, and you must be by now knowing what explanatory statement is. So if the company has annexed the explanatory statement that is normally annexed for special business, then the explanatory statement shall be given to the ROC along with the copy of the resolution and if any agreement has been entered into in that particular matter. So that's the crux of section 117. So it says the copy of every resolution passed, agreement entered, and explanatory statement under section 102, if any annexed to the notice of the meeting, shall be filed with the ROC within how many days? Within 30 days. Within 30 days of passing such a resolution or entering into such agreement. Okay, this part is clear. This is the crux of section 117. Section 117 subsection 3 would speak about what are the matters. See, over here we had seen matters specified in section 117 subsection 3. That is what we are going to learn in section 117 subsection 3. So section 117 subsection 3 specifies following resolutions and agreements shall be filed in form MGT 14. This is important from MCQ purpose. You have to remember the form number, form MGT 14. Form MGT 14. This is an important part which you have to remember. Okay. Now, this has to be filed within how many days? Within 30 days. This is confirmed under subsection 1 itself. Section 117, subsection 1 itself, we know that with the ROC we have to file the copy of the resolution, the agreement which has been entered, and if any explanatory statement has been next to the notice. All these three documents have to be filed with the ROC within how many days? Within 30 days. Correct. So, which are these resolutions or agreements? First one is any special resolution which is passed. Any special resolution which is passed. Special resolution is covered under which section, my dear friends? Section 114. Section 114. You remember ordinary resolution, special resolution. Special resolution requires how many? 3/4 majority. How much majority? 3/4 majority. I hope you have seen that video. If you have not seen, you can type section 114 in the search button or search dialog box of YouTube and check that particular video of mine. Okay. Now, resolutions. Second is resolutions which have been agreed to by all means unanimous consent, all of the members of the company. All of the members of the company, and it should have been normally a special resolution. It should have been normally a special resolution. So this particular resolution would have been passed only if it would have been a special resolution. But you have received what you have received? You have received unanimous consent. That is, all the members have agreed to the same. Okay, such resolution copy shall also be filed with the ROC within 30 days. So these 2 points are clear. Next, any resolution of the board of directors, that is board resolution. Which type of resolution this is? Board resolution. For any agreement which has been executed by the company relating to what? Relating to appointment, reappointment, renewal of appointment, or variation. Variation means there are some terms and conditions which are changed, which are varied. Okay, for the appointment of whom? For the appointment of MD. So this is a board resolution which has been passed for the appointment of whom? For the appointment of managing director. For the appointment of managing director. So I hope this one is also clear to you. So first one was special resolution, second one is unanimous resolution, third one is where board resolution for appointment, reappointment, renewal, variation of managing director. Okay, first three are clear. Now next one, resolution or agreements which have been agreed, resolution or agreements which have been agreed by any class of members, Class of members means one of the class of equity shareholders, one of the class of shareholders of the company. So it is affecting only one of the class of shareholders of the company or members of the company. In such resolutions or agreements which have been passed and which effectively bind such class of members, though not agreed by all those members. So it might not be unanimous, but whatever is the requisite majority that has been received, then it will be binding on the rest of the dissenting shareholders also. Okay, such resolution and agreement of which type of members? Class of members. Any class of members, that also has to be filed with the ROC within 30 days of passing or entering into an agreement. Okay, next is resolution which is requiring and is passed for winding up of the company, voluntary winding up of the company. Which type of winding up? Voluntary winding up of the company. This is covered under section 59 of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. So any resolution that is passed by the company for voluntary winding up, any resolution that is passed by the company for voluntary winding up resolution, and that to which one? Voluntary winding up. Okay, for that purpose also you will have to file it with the ROC within 30 days of such resolution being passed. Finally, the resolutions which are passed in pursuance to section 179, section 179 subsection 3. 179 covers the powers of the board. 179 covers the powers of the board of directors, section 179. And if an resolution is passed in pursuance to section 179 subsection 3, then in that case that particular resolution has to be filed with the ROC within 30 days. I hope this is clear. But this particular resolution will not be applicable to banking company. If it is passing such resolution in ordinary course of its business. What is the ordinary course of business for a banking company? It is normally granting of loans, providing security or giving guarantee. In these three cases, this will not be applicable. So in case a resolution is passed for granting of loans by a banking company, then in that case, such resolution need not be filed with the ROC within 30 days. You have understood this point? So let me move forward. Finally, any other agreement or resolution, which may be prescribed and placed in which domain? In public domain. Whatever you have given in the public domain will also be filed with ROC. Within how many days? Within 30 days. So we don't have to forget to ROC within 30 days. Okay. Now let us recap these seven points once again. Very simple points. Special resolution. First one, what is the first one? Special resolution. Second one, resolution by all the members, which unless it would have not been effective unless it would have been a special resolution. So the first two are relating to each other. First one is special resolution. Other one is resolution by all the members of the company. Third one is board resolution. For what purpose? Appointment, reappointment, renewal, or appointment or renewal or variations of appointment of whom? Managing director. Okay. Point number 4, for resolutions or agreement which have been agreed by a class of members. Fifth point, resolutions for voluntary winding up under section 59 of Insolvency Bankruptcy Code. Okay. And finally, any resolution which is there in public domain and any resolution which is passed pursuant to section 179 subsection 3, which is powers of the board, it will not be applicable to banking company. That's it. There are 7 points. 7 points. Please repeat it with me multiple number of times. Please write it on a piece of paper without looking into it with these keywords, and you will surely remember all of this. It may come in the case studies. Any one of the scenarios may be put in the case studies, that whether it has to be filed with the ROC or not. So that is something that you will be able to take care of. So finally, if the company, now over here we have gone through that company has to file this resolutions and agreement along with the explanatory statement with the ROC within 30 days. But if the company fails to do so, then there will be penalty. That is section 117 subsection 2. Let us go through that. Section 117 subsection 2 speaks about penalty for failure. To whom? To the company and every officer in default. And also including liquidator, if any. Okay. Now, in case of company, the fine will be how much? The fine will be 1 lakh rupees. Fine will be up to 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh rupees. And continuing default, if there is a continuing default, that is, you have to file it within 30 days, but you have not, now it is 40 days which have lapsed, and still you have not filed. That means you are continuing the default. Till the time that the default is continuing, there will be further penalty of 500 rupees for each day, and maximum will be 25 lakhs. So 1 से 25, 1 से कितना? 1 से कितना? 1 से 25, 1 से 25, 1 से 25. 1 is 1 lakh is fine normally, and in case of continuing default, it can extend up to how much? 25 lakhs. And per day how much? 500 rupees. 500 rupiah per day. 500 rupiah per day. 1 से 25, 1 से 25. I hope you have understood this thing. Next is every officer in default. If there is an officer in if there is an officer in default, then in that case, or even for a liquidator, what would happen? There will be penalty of 50,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees. Penalty of how much? 50,000 rupees. And if it is continuing, again 500 rupiah per day, 500 rupees per day, and maximum of how much? Maximum of 5 lakh rupees. Maximum of 5 lakh rupees. I hope you are enjoying this lecture and you are understanding what each and every concept that I am trying to teach it to you. So, if you have not understood anything, please do let me know in the comment section. I will try to ensure that it is explained again to you, and the concept is something that you will understand in this video lecture itself, and you will not take it to the examination center, because our target is 60 exemption. Okay. So let me just recap section 117. A copy of every resolution passed, agreement entered in matters specified under section 1173, plus any explanatory statement that has been annexed to notice shall be filed with the ROC within how many days? Within 30 days of passing such resolution or entering into such agreement. This is the crux of section 117. I hope you have understood everything. If you have liked this lecture, if you have understood this lecture, please hit the like button on your screen of the YouTube channel, and share it maximum to your friends, and do subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed, because I'm going to come up with many more videos for all of you. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.